Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I have an instructional video for you. I'm going to be making this cute birthday shaker card. My daughter's 16th birthday is coming up in August and I needed to make her a card. So I thought I would bring you along with me. Most of my products that I'm using today are from the Stamps of Life. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I have here is the Stamps of Life balloon folded die set. So let me show you here. You get several dies. Now some of them I have some washi tape on, and that's going to be important for cutting our pieces. So I've taken the largest die and the smallest balloon die, and I've taped them together with some washi tape. I ran it through my die cut machine with some cherry cardstock, and I also ran it through my die cut machine with the Stamps of Life foam. This foam is double-sided, it has sticky on both sides, so it's perfect for making shaker cards. So with those two dies, I cut those pieces. With this middle balloon die, I cut a sheet of acetate. So here, it's hard to see, but there's a piece of acetate, and then I also cut out some pattern paper that had some confetti. So this middle die cuts out these two pieces. Now I also used the largest die in the set before I taped them together, and I cut out this larger piece of cherry cardstock, but you really don't need that. I just did that. And then I used the cherry cardstock and also cut out the balloon string. I use some Stamps of Life dies to cut out the numbers, and they were from this set. I apologize, I don't know what this one's called. I don't have it labeled. It's an older alphabet set, but I like it because it has the shadow die and the inside. So I use glitter cardstock for the outside and then the numbers for the inside. This is the stamp set I used, and this is definitely a must-have. This is the Stamps of Life birthday strips to stamp. So I stamped happy, happy birthday. So I have that ready. I also use this sentiment die, and this is from Jaded Blossom. And I also think this is a must-have because I use it all the time. I'm making a 5x7 card. So I have the Stamps of Life 5x7 striped card die set, I believe it's called. I have other dies in here too. I just store all my 5x7s in the large Stamps of Life envelope. So let me go ahead and put some of this away and get started. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm adding some tape runner to my pattern paper piece, and I'm going to glue it to that back piece. So that was the larger one. It's not necessary, but I think it's easier to put together that way. I'm going to go ahead and peel the adhesive backing off the back side of my foam, and I'm just going to line it up around the card and stick that down. So now it's time to fill my card with some shaker bits, and I do have these Stamps of Life sequins. I thought yellow would be really pretty, so I'm putting some yellow sequins in here. If I can get them out, there we go. I thought about maybe taking out those darker ones, but I think I'm going to leave them in. Then I also have these from, I think it's Queen & Company. They've been in my stash for a long time, but these are like the little roly balls, and they roll around good inside shaker cards, so I always like to add those as well. So now I have all my shaker pieces in here, and I want to peel off the top side of the adhesive on the foam. So let me go ahead and start peeling this back. I thought about maybe putting my acetate sheet on a little at a time, but I think I'll just do it in one swoop here. My fingers keep sticking to the sticky. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up, get my acetate on here, and make sure it's on here straight. Oh my goodness, I had it a little crooked. And then I'm going to give it a press all the way around. So there we go, I've got my shaker. Now I just need to cover up that white foam piece. So I'm going to bring in some glue. I could have used an adhesive sheet here to cut this piece of paper out, this cherry cardstock, but I didn't, so I'm using some liquid glue. And now I just need to line it up. So that's the hardest part, I think, is just lining it up, but it should line up perfectly. It's cut from the same die, and these are the ones I taped together, so it will line up. I'm just playing with mine a little bit to make sure I get it exact. I mean, this is a special card. It's going to my daughter. So let me try this again and get this lined up. And let me give it a good press. And you want to make sure that you give it a good press all the way around to make sure that this stays on here good. And then you also want to make sure that your acetate sheet is going to stay in there because you don't want any shaker bits coming out. So I've almost got this lined up. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this. Hopefully you won't have as much trouble as I did. But there we go. I've got it lined up and it looks really good. So we've got the shaker element made for the card. Let me put my cap on my glue. I don't want that to dry out. I'm going to use the glue. So I want to go ahead and glue my numbers down. So I've got 16. So you can see here I used like the silver glitter cardstock for the outside of the 1 and the 6. And then for the inside I used that same cherry cardstock. And now I'm going to put a block on there just to hold that in place. Now I'm going to use my tape runner and go ahead and put my sentiment on here that says happy, happy birthday. And now it's time to put my card base together. So I've got a 5x7 card base here. And then I used that layering die from the 5x7 card set with some pastel paper. This is from scrapbook.com and it's their glossy cardstock. And I just thought it might give just an interesting element to my card by having this glossy cardstock. You could just as easily use some yellow cardstock for this part, but I thought it'd be pretty with that. All right, so I have my balloon ready to go on the card. I stuck it down. Let me put some tape runner on here to get this down. And then I also want to bring in some double-sided tape here. And that's just to make sure it holds it. Since it is a shaker card, it's a little bit heavier. So I want to make sure that I have that adhered nicely. So I've got my double-sided tape on here. I'm going to pull back the release paper. So I just put 2 pieces on here. If I can get the end off of here, we'll get this release paper pulled back and then we'll get this balloon in place on the card. And I don't want it exactly straight. I want it kind of wonky. There we go. And now I want to put the balloon string on. So with the balloon string, it is too long for the card, but I think what I want to do is glue a little bit on the top and just kind of have it swooping around the bottom of the card. And then I can cut this off. So then it'll look like it extends off the card. I'm going to put just a little bit of liquid glue on the end of that balloon string just to hold it in place. And then any excess, I will flip this card over and I'll cut off that little bit of excess there. So let me trim that off. I almost got it all, but there's a little bit. Now I wanted to cover up where the string meets the balloon. So I found this felt gem in my stash. This is from a Stamps of Life card kit. It's one of their embellishments. I always like digging through my stash of embellishments from the card kits. I store them all together, like all the embellishments together, so it's really easy to find one that matches what I need. So I put a little bit of liquid glue on the back of this gem. I'm gonna put this block on here to hold it in place for a moment. And that is my finished card. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. And if you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!